So I stopped just for a minute, the playback of of the utility scale Neo series. I hope it's important series. I hope it's not it's new at least to somebody because it's quite lengthy, and I decided to replay it. While hopefully I will maybe set my head on science as I've outlined earlier today. I stopped just for a short note that I think it's important. Stop being so. This is also related to the issue of first contact. Maybe later today we'll finally record the first contact lecture that is based on a post that I've written 4 years ago, and it's look at you now, and this is maybe it's it's kind of a thumbnail for the first contact post or lecture. Like you, all sorts of wise people from all over the world that maybe took photographs of my room in the hostel, or maybe just inspects the walls from the many videos that I play. And this is actually maybe that's a better way because the painting will change. I changed the painting from time to time, so you can actually see more stuff like that. But ridiculously, I just now understood that all sorts of wise guys are trying to decipher the paintings, and it's ridiculous. Not because there is no meaning to the paintings. Of course, there is a meaning to the paintings. As I've said many times, almost all my paintings on acrylic and oil are part of a 3 years journey that is, or it's just started, but it's going on for 3 years, that is aimed to understand and to learn the symbolic language of the Neros. This is all of the paintings. Besides, there are several, not many portraits of women, and there is maybe about 20 paintings of what I believe is called I think glamour models, I guess. Yes, I think it's the correct term. They are not very symbolic, but anyway, this is personal stuff. The rest is part of the job. So it's all symbolic, and of course it's got meaning. But why don't you just either watch the many videos that I recorded in which I explain what's the meaning of everything that I paint, or if you cannot get access to it, you can just ask me. Just ask me. I'm not dead. I'm still alive. Just if you have if you just get a painting that you don't want to understand what's the meaning, so just ask me. And it's totally in art, of course, you can find all sorts of meaning, and sometimes it should be said that sometimes I intentionally I would say combine mimetic and symbolic elements that will allow different interpretations. I do it it's kind of intentionally so. And even if I do, of course, this is art. So even if it's not intentional, you can, of course, it's reasonable that people will come up with their interpretations. But it's like the Maya art. Yes, it's got some, mimetic, aspects, but it's also they had language, and their art is usually, almost always their art is imbued with all sorts of elements from their language. So if you want to understand what's going on, you need to learn the language. So why don't you just ask? Just ask. Yes, the electron do not spin around the atom, around the nucleus. This is ridiculous, and humans know that it's not true. you must know that it's not true. It's something that you teach in like high school, but in university level, I mean, they don't teach you that. It's not the way that like it's kind of like the planetary model of the atom is as true as like the cookie dough model of of this French guy from the 18th century. And yes, these are not like cute faces, like and yeah, I mean, you can say these are very cute creatures and their mother and father that are also arguably cute. I mean, I allow this interpretation, and I admit that I even painted these paintings to allow this interpretation. Like I sort of felt like as the two the two hydrogens as like Orin and Ila, and they are like with the oxygen, which is like their mother in Bal, and there is like another oxygen that is me, that is like outside, because I cannot see them, and I miss them very much, and they miss me. But H2O, I mean, transfers into H2O2, so now they will be able to be with both their parents. So yes, this was intentionally done by me when I painted it. But at the same time, I mean, obviously these are from the symbolic perspective, like from the point of view of the symbolic language of the Neros, this is simple water electrolysis. Now, why is that important? It's complicated. But I mean, what you do know for a fact, I mean, even if you watch me, what's evident is that I do it all the time. Like, I mean, that it's like something that I do a lot. So, I mean, I do it right now, like in this room. Like I have a transformer with, it's done right now as we speak. But I've done it a lot in the last 16, 17 months. So, I mean, naturally we understand that this is something important as in the broader context of everything that I do. Anyway, the key, I would say, lesson here is I'm not dead. You can ask me questions and I can answer.